Hello and welcome to the third installment of Let's Question. For this installment, I'll be playing a game called Miasmata. Now, let's start off with the options menu, because as always, because why not? General, Master, Music, Mouse Speed, Invert Y. I don't know why there's a slider for Invert Y, but okay. Control keys, fully rebindable with secondary commands if you so desire. Let's see, graphics. Pretty limiting, but it's okay. Let's see. Now, to get to the point of this, I'm going to try to do this video as quickly as possible because, quite frankly, I've recorded this video twice and I'm getting pretty tired of it. Both times, I apparently forgot to re-enable my microphone. I could have sworn I enabled it on the second time around, but I apparently didn't save the settings or anything. Sorry about that. Anyways, this game, Miasmata, it's a survival game that puts you in the middle of an unknown island where you have to survive. Really. Don't get the sunflowers. Sunflowers are absolutely useless. They are. Now, this game has you collecting a lot of plants, like red mushrooms, as an example. Let's go to red poisonous mushroom. You would think they're poisonous, but they are actually not. They're actually really, really helpful to you. Especially the red mushroom. Red mushroom is pretty important, actually. Why? Not just because it was in Mario. Oh no. There's another use for this mushroom. Now, the reason this game is in Let's Question is because I'm really on the fence about it. I've played it for a while now, and I feel that it's really odd. On the fence, I don't know where to put it. Yeah, that's a problem right there. It clips right through the examination tray. All the plants will clip through it. And also, you see how the mushroom shape is right now? Here's one major problem I have about the game. How did it turn into that? Let alone, how did it produce a giant stem? It's pretty much taking every part of that mushroom's features, throwing it out the window. So let's see. This is your journal, as you can see. So let's see. You can make a mental clarity tonic. Yes, the journal has 3 different zooms. This is primary, secondary, tertiary. The only reason you'll ever need tertiary is if... Oh, I'm going to take this mushroom with me, show you another thing. Now, let's see. The only reason you would ever need tertiary zoom is if you were on the map. Now, you see this map? It's pretty basic. Pretty basic map, wouldn't you agree? Now, what are these dots? I'm on secondary zoom. Can't really see them all that well. Ah, now I can see them. So this is apparently a tent. This is a house. This is also a hut, a hut. And some ruins. A statue. A tent. I don't know what these are, but they look pretty important. I think these are also really small tents. That's really the only reason you will ever need tertiary zoom. Now, the map system, I actually really like the map system. How the map system works. You see that over there? You see how it turns into a triangle? That means that you could triangulate your position. How does triangulation work? Well, you open up your map, and you have to look for known landmarks. Landmarks have to be known. If you don't know the landmarks, you cannot triangulate your position from them. So let's see. I know that one. So let's start there. Drew a line through here because since I'm facing what looks like southeast. Yeah, southeast. So I'm facing southeast, but that is technically about east-southeast. So it drew a line north, well, west-northwest. Because that is where the landmark is. And I'm somewhere in this general direction. Now, I pick this, and I'll draw another line. And I am right there. And it will also reveal more of the map. That is how you reveal more of the map, by triangulating your positions. Now, here's another thing. How do you reveal, or rather, how do you make unknown landmarks known? Alright, let's use an example. Say that was unknown. And say that that house and this statue were known. I'll have to triangulate my position using these two landmarks. And then click on that and it would make a line. And last time it would put a mark that looks something like that on it, marking that, okay, I kind of recognize that landmark. If I look at a different view, I will know exactly where that landmark is. So let's see. Right now I have two landmarks that I recognize, but I don't know where they are. So if I go to a completely different area, but I can still see the landmark, then, but I'm next to two known landmarks, then I can reveal the location of this landmark. Say, if I could actually see that landmark, and I'm right next to two known landmarks, then I can reveal the location of this landmark and make it known, making it available for future use. An alternative method of revealing unknown landmarks is to simply stand next to an unknown landmark. Say, if that landmark was unknown and I was standing next to it, or fairly close to it, enough for it to be, well, close enough that it would be revealed by this part of the map. If I were close enough to it, and I triangulated my position, then it would also be revealed because it is part of the map that I uncovered. Now, let's see here. I don't know why I opened up my journal. Well, now, the map system I really like. Map system is pretty good. Now, climbing is fairly odd because I somehow only need to use my legs. I don't use my arms. My tongue is getting kind of dry. I've been talking non-stop for the past hour and 30 minutes just trying to record this video. Now, let's see here. Here's a big question about many people who have heard about this game, the monster. What about the monster? Well, the monster, I would say, he's present. The monster is present, but he rarely appears. He only appears if you frolic around the island away from the main hub. Yeah, if you frolic too much around the island and you're far away from the main hub, then is that an unknown landmark? No. Let's see. I actually have no idea where I am. But I'm pretty sure I can reveal part of the map if I don't roll down this hill. Can I pick these? No, I can drop what I'm holding. Okay, yeah, I just dropped what I'm holding. No, red mushroom, Come back. Red mushroom. I don't want to lose this red mushroom. This red mushroom is important to me. Oh God! I really don't want to lose this red mushroom. And I almost did. Yeah. There is some things about this game. And here is a really huge problem about this game. It takes everything you know about getting a fever. Like, how do you get fevers? Just list a couple reasons that you get fevers. You got them, and oh my God, I rolled down a hill. I didn't go into the water, right? Right, okay. I'm okay. Actually, no, I'm not okay. Bird mushroom! Come here. Come here. There you go. Now, I just rolled down this hill. Now, as you expect, I'm not really okay. Instead, I somehow have achieved a fever. No! There are 3 different ways of achieving a fever. 1, rolling down a hill. 2, drowning in water. 3, just walking around. Walking around one makes sense. Because you're practically naked, and you're just in this unknown environment, and you're stricken with the plague. Now, I don't think I actually told you the story about it. It's in this version of the video. Yes, I say version, because that's really what this is. It's another version. The same video I've tried recording 3 times already. Can I climb this? I don't think I can. Let's stop trying. And try to approach it from a different angle. Now let's see here, and I can climb this. That's good. Now, if I remember correctly, this is the house that teaches you about triangulation. And this is the house with a bed and a water pitcher. I'm going to use this water pitcher, and you're going to see another thing that I don't like about this game. Even though this is made on a custom engine, everything else looks nice, right? The general environment looks pretty nice, except for, you know, little things. But you remember how this mushroom just disobeyed the laws of how mushrooms are supposed to look like? Or how this specific mushroom is supposed to look like? It just pretty much stretched out into abnormal conditions and somehow got a really huge stem, and a red one at that. Well, take a look at the pouring water. Regular flowing water looks pretty nice, right? Take a look at pouring water. That is pretty bad. Now, here's what I don't understand about drinking water. You don't drink the water necessarily. Instead, you pour it all over your face. Why? Now, this is fresh water. I can drink from this. That, however, this is seawater. I cannot drink from it. I just simply cannot. Alright, and I'm actually going to take one of these flowers because it'll make basic medicine. Basic medicine is kind of valuable. You'll want basic medicine. Alright, let's see here. What will I drop first? Mushroom. But anyway, we need to synthesize both of them. So let's see, let's go ahead and start synthesizing again. Mushrooms stretched out to abnormal conditions. Red, hideous paste. We're putting them on a scale for God knows what reason. Put them in a beaker, pour some hydrochloric acid in it, and put it on a Bunsen burner, and you've got yourself a bottle. You've successfully synthesized Clarity Tonic. This tonic temporarily boosts your self-awareness. Your location on the map will be revealed continuously for the duration of the tonic. Now, how this works, really. Self-awareness. That applies into perception. I'm going to take this, and now it's in my journal, little packet thing. And it's labeled. Now let's go ahead and make the basic medicine. Again, I don't know how that actually works. How do you get a bundle of flowers together and somehow fuse them together to make a giant stem? I don't know how that would actually work. Let's see. Oh yeah, this will always happen. I've already made basic medicine, yet it's going to continuously point me to this page and tell me everything I need to know about basic medicine. I made it already. Why are you telling me the same information I've learned the first time I said it? I pointed it out. Alright, basic medicine. Now, this is the thing about basic medicine. This is literally the best medicine ever. You remember that fever I had? Long gone. It no longer exists. But it'll come back. Then why did I say it no longer exists? That fever no longer exists. But oh boy, will a fever come back, and in the most unpredictable ways ever. Like I said, fever comes by in 3 different ways. Just by walking around, which actually makes sense. It does actually make sense. From rolling down a cliff. I already know this. Why are you telling me this? Yeah, rolling down a cliff does not make sense. How do you get a fever from that? And drowning in water. That also doesn't make sense. You were swimming. You don't get a fever from swimming. You just get exhausted from swimming. You don't really get a disease from swimming unless you were swimming around with parasites. Or if the water was polluted in any way. But apart from that, you don't get a fever from swimming. Oh yeah, let me show you something really quick. See this small little gap here? You think I can make it? I mean, I am plague-stricken. I don't have a fever though, but I am plague-stricken. I have fairly low strength though, but I'm pretty sure everyone who knows how to swim can make this gap. Let's try and make it. What's the worst that could go wrong? That's what could go wrong. I was literally right there. I could literally stand on this. And, oh yeah, like I said, I now have a fever. Let's use the basic medicine. Now, some of you, what was that? Ah, I didn't want to show you this yet, but looks like we're already here. Doesn't this look like the best blood texture you've ever seen? Doesn't it? Just doesn't it look like the best blood texture you've ever seen? It looks like goddamn Jello. I really don't understand it. There are really a lot of cons in this game, but it also has quite a bit of pros, which is why I'm on the fence about it, really. Like, the physics system is nice. I kind of like it. The map system is nice. I kind of like that too. And I like the fact that you have to use the environment around you to create medicines that will help you. Alright, just close my journal. That's essentially helpful, but I don't know why you still need to open your journal every time. Oh yeah. Some of you might ask, why don't I just make more basic medicine and carry them around with me? Sure, it'll take up more slots, but why don't I do that? You can't. You just can't. You cannot. And I will show you that you cannot. I will make another basic medicine. I've done this in video number 2. And I have shown you that I cannot make more than one basic... Well, I technically can. But I can't physically have more than one basic medicine at a time. See? There's no multiplier counter here. There's no ×2 on the tag. This has water container 5. So you can tell that you have 5 servings of those. Basic medicine? No, not at all. To prove it to you, I'm going to go ahead and drown myself. Sounds suicidal, I know, but it's the only way I can really show you. I can really stand on this. Let's see. You are starting to drown. Your strength is currently poor and you cannot swim. I don't know how strength fits into this. I mean, like, wouldn't it really be endurance? Alright, so now I have a fever because I went swimming. So I should technically have 2 basic medicine. Oh, did you see that? I think you did. Just that. No more basic medicine. So that was really just a waste. So don't bother crafting more than 1 of the same medicine. You will just waste your time. It's not worth it. Alright. I think that's all I can really say about the game right now. Yes, I know this. That's really all I can say about the game right now. There are a couple ways to cure the fever. I say a couple when there's really only 2 ways. One way is to take the medicine. The second way is to go to sleep. Yes, after a 10-hour nap, a high fever, not just a regular fever, but a high fever, even a high fever, will be able to go away instantaneously. Just after you take a 10-hour nap. Or so. I think it's 10 hours. Alright. Let's see. How long do you actually sleep in this game? It is currently 2:25. It's almost 2:26. Let's go ahead and go to sleep. Go to sleep. Go to sleep. Go to sleep, Robert Hughes. Alright. Now it is... never mind. It really is a short nap. I only went to sleep for about... Let's see... I only went to sleep for about 4 hours. Yeah. Only for about 4 hours I went to sleep. And boy, oh boy, does it get rid of high fevers. After a 4-hour sleep, you can get rid of a high fever. Now, out of all my years of experience with fevers, especially fevers of 103 and 104, I can safely say that after a 4-hour sleep, you will not be able to get rid of a fever. You will not. Now, for a game that boasts survival and stuff, I can say that it's okay. I can't really judge it because of that. But because this game pretty much puts you as a biological scientist of sorts, takes everything about biology that makes sense and chucks it out the window like there was no tomorrow. Literally. You can't get a fever by swimming. I just have to put that there right now. You can't get a fever by swimming. And you definitely can't get a fever by rolling down a hill. You cannot. I don't know who you are, but you just cannot. I don't care who you are, I don't know. Unless you're from a completely different planet, you cannot get a fever from swimming or from rolling down a hill unless you got covered in parasites and they somehow managed to give you a fever within 2 seconds. Which cannot happen. That is physically impossible. I cannot stress that enough. I don't know, that just somehow really ticks me off. Now, I'm pretty much done showing you everything about this game. No, you did not get to see the monster in this video. Why? Because the monster tends to not show up until like 4 or 5 hours into the game. And I started a new game just to show you everything about it. But the first recording screwed up and the second recording screwed up. So now I'm on the third recording and only 3 hours of game time passed. But yeah, I was not able to show you the monster, sad to say, but That happens. It happens. I can't actually show you the monster yet. There is a way for you to know if the monster is nearby. As soon as you hear heartbeats, specifically your own heartbeat, that will tell you that the monster is nearby and is looking for you. Yeah. So, as soon as you hear your own heartbeats, you have to hide somewhere. Just pick a place to hide. Any place. Any place will do. As long as it's like tall grass, you know, or behind something. Just pick a place to hide. And just keep hiding until you hear the sound of roaring and your own heartbeats stop. Now, that's pretty much how I avoid the monster. How I encountered the monster basically was this. The first time round, he pretty much went like, you know what, you're not worth the time and effort. I'm just gonna leave you alone. Second time he found me, he was like, you know what, I'm gonna give you a warning bite. And next time I see you, I'm gonna have you for dinner. And the third time I encountered him, I actually knew how to hide. And, well, figured out how to avoid his line of sight. And he was like, God damn, I can't find his white ass. And all I really wanted was to invite him over for dinner. And have him for dinner. God damn it. So yeah, that's basically how this game is. Well, how the monster is anyway. Let's see. Pros and cons time. That's what will happen with less question games that I'm on the fence about. Pros. Map system. Pretty great map system. I like it. Other pros. Pretty nice looking apart, which will be listed in the cons. Two major textures. Just two textures that really bother me. And let's see here. Another pro. The fact that you have to use various different plants around you in the environment to create different kinds of medicines in order to help you survive. That I also like. That's pretty much what this game sets out to do, and it does it right. To an extent. Now, let's see. Another pro. I guess that's pretty much it. For the cons. Oh boy, here's a list. Alright, list of cons. Fever system. Fever system, it's bad. It's terrible. I don't like it. I hate it. It makes no sense whatsoever. If you're going to have a fever system, make it make sense. Don't just put it in there to make your character all wobbly and dizzy. I know he has the plague, and I know he'll probably get fevers all the time, but you have to make the fevers appear realistically. You can't have them appear unrealistically, because if you make them appear unrealistically, then it just takes everything that's supposed to be semi-realistic about this game and chucks it out the window. Second con. Oh boy. And this is what I was talking about in the pro section. The textures. That blood texture, it looked like jello. Now I know why the monster was after me. Because, you know, maybe it's not a carnivore. Maybe because my blood is made out of jello. And maybe he's just a fan of really delicious sweets. And he's not really after flesh. He just wants jello. Just give him some jello, man. Just give him some jello. Now, third con. Let's see here. Oh no, let's see. I could say more about the textures, but really all of the cons I have for now are texture related and fever related. That's pretty much it. 2 cons, 2 pros. That's all I got for now. So yeah, for now I'll call myself a flower, I guess. I mean, flowers are pretty much the main thing you use in this game to help yourself. I just use a light, which signifies that it is now nighttime. Well, almost nighttime. Don't walk around at night. You will not be able to see where you're going. Now, let's see here. yeah, I've been a flower. I'll see you the next installment of... Actually, you know what? Let me just finish it off with this. Here's a big question. Is the game worth it? At its current price point, yes, it is. It is currently priced at $15. And, well, 15 US dollars and your regional equivalent. I do not know what the regional equivalent is. I do not know how much it costs in UK or in Europe or in Russia or in Canada. Pretty sure Canada's the same price. I don't know how much it costs in different areas of the world, and I just noticed something else about the lighter. Here's another thing. Why is the flame coming out the side of the lighter, not out of the center? Why? I don't know. I'm kind of tired. Anyway, yeah, it's $15 right now. At its current price point, I'd say it's worth it. If you see it go on sale, then it's definitely worth it. If it were 20, 25, 30 full price, I would say it's not worth it. At its current price point, I would say that it is worth it. Because what you're getting for $15 is a fairly solid stealth. Well, not stealth. Why did I say stealth? Stealth has almost nothing to do with this game. Survival game. You're getting a fairly solid survival game that knows what it's trying to accomplish. To an extent. But you're also paying $15. Well, that's pretty much what you're paying $15 for. You're paying $15 for a decent survival game. That's what this is. Survival game that has a pretty good map system and unique and a wide variety of various floral fungi materials to use. That's pretty much what it is. So yeah, monster, I wouldn't really care about the monster much because, to be honest, the monster appears so rarely in the game. Like, I've only encountered him 3 times during the course of my original playthrough of this before I started recording. And in between those 3 times, it was really because I was lost, I had no idea where to go, and it really happened during those moments. It really only happens when you go really deep into the island. Now, I'm pretty much on the outside of the island in the main hub, and as far as I know, the monster never comes into the main hub. So, yeah, there is that. So, let's see, I guess that's about it. Currently, $15, it's available on GOG and Steam. I personally have the GOG version. Now, that's it, really. I have nothing else to say. So yeah, I've been a flower, and I'll see you in the next installment of Let's Hate, Let's Question, or Let's Love. And goodbye, have a nice day. I'll see you next time.